Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for some beautiful disc golf footage here as the camera zooms way in on the shot. Chad in the background showing it safe. We're getting right into it. We do not have drone footage for this course, unfortunately. We have Taylor up first, and then we've got Trey. Here we've got Tyler, one of the twins. And once again, zooming way in, but the basket's just a little further to the left than where they're landing. We've got a pretty star-studded card here. We've got both of the twins, as they are known here locally. We've got Joseph Logue, and then we've got Trey Thornton. Joseph leaking this one way over to the right, just way too much turn on that one. He ended up over here, just almost underneath this little mower attachment. But we are at Camp Bratton Green today. This is the campsite. Joseph just leaking that one a little too soft. Making good on his par putt. The rest of our players ending up in the circle a little bit shorter than what you'd like. But that is a nice confidence boosting putt there from Trey to start his round out with. Here we've got Tyler from probably only about 8 feet at most. And Taylor finally to clear us out. Here we are on hole 2, par 3, 305 feet. This one is pretty straight ahead there. You can kind of see it in that cluster of trees there. Taylor throwing this one a little too wide. Definitely want it to be a lot more to the left. You can see the basket on the left side. Trey looking to line up that hyzer shot. Definitely put a good move on this one. Looks like he's either just inside the circle or right at the edge. I believe the road on this hole is OB. Hopefully that doesn't come into play. Tyler putting a great line on this one. Little too much flip on that. He'll end up a bit short and a bit right. Joseph putting a beautiful line on this one. And he's got to be right under the basket with that shot. Tyler, short and right. Just pitching up, taking his par. Trey from just a couple feet further. Putting a good bit on that one. Here we've got Tyler going way long. Pin high though. Just laying it up to the basket. Gonna walk away with a 3. Trey cleaning up the par. Joseph, the only birdie for lead card. And Taylor and Tyler will walk away with the par as well. Here we are on hole 3, par 3, 246 feet. Kind of just right there. But if you throw it as low as this, it's not really right there. You can see it kind of to the right of where we are looking right now. Joseph coming up a bit short on that, unfortunately. Here we've got Taylor. Also ending up a little bit short. He should have a look at it, but probably a pretty far one. Trey yanking this one over. Very fortunate not to just kick straight left. So he will be at the very edge of the woods. And Tyler almost matching that. Wants it to finish more to the right. Not getting enough ground play off of this grass. Here we see Trey having to flex something around that tree and finish to the right to get to the pin. And that should be in a great position. You can kind of see the yellow band there. Joseph very short. This is probably about 80 feet. Nice and smooth spin putt. Just a little bit behind the basket there. A valiant effort. Taylor from just outside circle 2, or just outside circle 1, excuse me. Coming up a little bit short on that. Tyler giving that one a good bid. Had a great height, just a little to the right. Trey cleaning up his par. And as you can see, all of our players right inside circle 1 for their pars. A bit of a slow start, but hopefully we'll heat up in the next couple holes. Joseph cleaning up the par, and Tyler to follow suit. And hole 4, par 3, 288 feet. This one very attackable. This one finishing out here to this field. Oh, wow, right out of Joseph's hand. Very short. If you see that tree right in the middle of the frame right there, it's about 10 or so feet past that and about 15 or so feet to the right. So Taylor throwing a beautiful forehand. That should be absolutely parked. Trey looking to match that. Nice height. This is more of an ace run. Yep, and that faded out, and he got about a 10 or so foot. And I moved over here to the left so we could hopefully see the basket. And Tyler absolutely parked. There you can kind of see the basket in the middle of the frame. And you see how just Joseph just very short of where you want to be. Not really in a good position to go for it, but a nice layup anyway. And you see all of our pros here ending up inside the circle. Trey getting a nice one there. Nice dead center hit. Little high, but still goes in, so no complaints. Tyler with an absolute tap in. Taylor to follow suit. And then Joseph, unfortunately, ruining the star frame with a par. On to hole 5, par 3, 236 feet. Don't let the distance fool you. This is a very difficult hole. Here you see the tunnel that we've got to get through, and then right at the very end, it is a very, I was going to say steep, but it's a very sudden dogleg left. So Trey getting the left, but pushing very far forward. You'd really like to get just a straight left skip, if at all possible. Tyler catching some of the early trees here. He'll end up right about in the middle of the fairway. Joseph, this one's pushing way too far forward. You really don't want the forward skip. You'd much prefer to just go straight left. Tyler, ooh. That one hurts. And he's got this for his par. This is like 70 feet. Oh. Buzzing the tower. He'll have a tap-in bogey at the very least. Joseph from just outside circle 1, giving it a good bid.
I haven't seen mine. You can go though.
Taylor from just a little bit closer. And just coming up a little bit short. And Trey, pin high. I expected the forward skip to hurt him a lot more, but definitely got it left enough. Oh, but just not enough commitment on that putt. Tyler tapping in his bogey. The rest of our card Going to clean up the pars. On to hole 6, par 3, 316 feet. This is probably one of the more difficult holes. We've got this huge water carry for the forehand. So you've really got to be about 250 feet with the forehand to get safe. Taylor absolutely parking it. So getting every bit of 320 feet with that. Or you can play the much safer backhand line. And Trey just has way too much power. And yeah, that's very much out of bounds. Joseph having a little bit of an advantage, being able to just pull out the lefty backhand. But he's way too strong and just juiced that one way deep of the basket. That was probably every bit of like 360 feet. Got Tyler lining up that forehand. Much safer. Ending up there on the right-hand side. Pretty far from the pin with a bit of a death putt, having the water almost right behind the pin. From that angle, at least. Some debate on whether Joseph landed in, or not landed, excuse me, crossed inbounds at any point with his tee shot. You can hear the wind ripping, and you can see it. Joseph opting for this much safer lefty forehand line. They decided that Trey did cross inbounds up here at the very edge of this. And just no love for Trey. Catching some shrubbery, knocking him down. Nice bid there for his bogey, I believe that's for. So this will be for, he'll have an easy double bogey from there. Joseph giving himself a little bit of a tester with that one. Ooh, nice chain catch there on that right-hand side. He is in for his double. Taylor from probably 10, 15 feet. Nice dead center putt there. We didn't see it, but Tyler just laid up. Trey, ooh, almost getting a worse score there. On to hole 7, par 3, 322 feet. This one is a very narrow tunnel shot. We've got the basket at the very end. Taylor leaking a little bit right on that one. Nice cut roll back to the middle of the fairway. But this is a very demanding tee shot. It's so accurate. Tyler almost nailing that that tee pad location there. This course, 2 tee pads. There's the blues, and then there is the the whites. The whites are much longer than the blues. Trey getting all the way out. He should have a edge of circle putt. This is a great looking shot from Joseph. Oh, I don't know what he hit there, but very unfortunate result for such a good looking shot. Here we've got Tyler. Giving that a nice lofty bid. He'll have an easy par putt there. Joseph leaking this one a little left. Should have an easy putt coming back, though. Here we've got Taylor from edge of circle 2, I would say. Easy par putt there. Just a tap in. Trey, the only one really in position for the birdie. Unfortunately, just hanging that one a little too wide. Good cleanup from Taylor, and I expect we will see the rest of the card follow suit. That's my new thing to do. Just follow suit. Follow suit. It's like if you see a suit, you gotta follow it. That's such a bad joke. See, this is why I'm better at filming than commentary. It's just because nonsense like this comes out of my mouth. But par frame all around. On to hole 8. We've got this big water carry here. Taylor showing us how it's done. Ending up just over that hill there, and just over that hill is where the basket is. Tyler, seeing the suit that his brother's wearing, is following it. Catching some early leaves there. He'll have a little bit of a tester putt. Trey ending up pretty short here. Joseph opting for the forehand and ending up in that cluster of trees directly in the middle of it. And this is just a nasty spot. There's no footing. There's really no way to get a natural putting stance in here. Just a really, really difficult spot to be in. Like the only bad spot to land on the hole. Everywhere else is pretty open except this one cluster right here. Just trying to spin it out there. He should have a pretty easy par there. Trey, little bit undercommitted there. Probably scared of that water. Tyler, cashing in that birdie putt. Taylor does the same, and we should see Joseph and Trey clean up that par. As you can see, the OB water right behind the basket definitely comes into play, at least mentally. And the final hole for the front 9, hole 9, par 3, 292 feet. This is definitely a right-hand forehand or left-hand backhand. You do bring this water into play, but it's much more open than that right side. Taylor coming up pretty short on that. He'll have an edge of circle putt. Tyler bringing this one a little more inside. Oh, and flashing the chains on that one. I thought it might have been an ace. I tried to get a good spot. Trey putting a great bit on that one. That's absolutely parked. And Joseph lining up this backhand. Nice inside line. And that's in a great spot. So Taylor really the only one with strange footing or a bad stance here. Everybody else pretty open. Just a little too soft, a little too right for Taylor, excuse me. Trailer. Oh, and an air ball from Joseph. Leaking that one way over to the left. And Trey a little bit short of parked, but still in a great position. And cashing in on that well-deserved birdie. Joseph to clean up this par. Tyler absolutely parked. Definitely on an ace run attempt. And Taylor, excuse me, I'm sorry, cleaning up that par. That will conclude the front 9 of the Rose Hill Rumble. I hope to catch you guys on the back 9. Huge thank you to my sponsors. Huge shout out to my Patreons. We've got Dustin West, Sean Trapp, and I think that's everybody. So hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.